great. All right, so I'm going to keep it going. Come to the stage next. You guys get your hands together for Miss Spamela Rivers.
What is up, Madcaps, New Smyrna? How y'all doing? Happy 4th of July. Ooh, we made it. Everybody got all their fingers and toes? All right, good. So I'm an independent person. I like to do things on my own. So I'll go out and grab a drink or get something to eat. It's alarming how many men will approach me and ask, what man let you out of his sight? Oh, I know, right? Can you believe they let me get an education and drive a vehicle too? Like, I know it's their way of flirting, but it's sends out a little Ted Bundy vibes. Like, one of those red flags. Maybe he would never let me out of his sight. Or his basement. I have the Girl Scouts to thank for my independence. They taught me I could be anything I wanted to be when I grow up, as long as I'm willing to sell my cookies on the street corner. Come to think about it, those drug dealers never even taught me how to bake the cookies. So I've been wondering, is it too soon for a midlife crisis? Like, how do you know when it's the right time? My aunt was telling me she knew exactly when it was the right time for her. It was when her titties dropped. Okay, I didn't know this was a thing. I was like, Auntie, your titties dropped? She said, yes, baby. I remember exactly. I was driving. It was daylight. I was like, what do you mean it was daylight? She was like, I don't know. They were up here, and suddenly they were down there. So now whenever I hit a speed bump or sneeze too hard, I'm like, this is it. Midlife crisis time. I don't have kids, but I have friends with kids, and it's a lot like having a friend with a boat. You get all the joys of owning a child without any of the responsibilities. The only difference is I actually want a boat. Friends with kids are always ready to loan you one of them. Try asking a friend to borrow their boat. Kids are only good for one thing, theme parks. There's all these awesome rides, but you need to be accompanying a child just to ride. You need a whole child just to enter Legoland. Like, what's the deal? Clearly I can ride these rides. Alas, a child is required. And my husband will never let me ask to borrow a stranger's kid. Like, what, I look trustworthy? I swear I'm not gonna try to keep it. That might be why they keep saying no. Sometimes I just tuck in behind a family and pretend like I belong. And when they do finally notice and start giving weird looks, I just act like I'm lost or foreign. Like, oh, estoy extrañado. So I don't have a boat yet. I'm still waiting on that midlife crisis. I did just buy my first brand new car. So we're getting closer. I've come a long way since my first car. It was a 1985 Plymouth Grand Fury. For those of you who don't know what that is, congratulations. It was a tank on wheels, and mine was held together by rust and pot resin. And instead of a key, I got a screwdriver. Whenever I took it to the mechanic, which was a lot, they'd always ask if I stole it. Like, I remember stealing cars, and this is the one I picked. It did this really cool thing where to get it to go in reverse, you had to put it in gear and give it just a little push. So when I tell you I got most of my exercise in college chasing that car all around campus before I hit a car that actually mattered, come to think about it, it was a lot like driving a boat. So I did go to college. I got a bachelor's degree in engineering. Woo, yeah, that's clearly working out. My husband was so supportive all through college, he would say, I was his retirement fund. I used to think he was joking until I told him I was going to do stand-up comedy. Now I'm not so sure. Well, you might be asking yourself, Pamela, if you have a degree in engineering, why aren't you an engineer? Well, I'll tell you why. Because Girl Scouts are liars. They told me I could be anything I wanted to be, but I can't even bake or be a man. Well, actually that's not true. In this day and age, with the right support, I think I could learn to bake. I wish we could treat relationships like we do employment. We could request an application, a resume, and some references. I'd like to hear from your last 3 exes. Background checks. How many lives would that save? The 90-day review would be like, we're gonna need to see some improvement in the romance department. And you reserve the right to terminate their contract without reason or warning. It's a right to date state. Thanks, you guys been spammed.
Back when I did just play my part. Church folks had a bit